Right guys, welcome back to another episode of Army Men of War. So, as you all know in the previous video, the Red Special Forces and the Green Special Forces both attacked this plastic refinery owned by the Tans. It was owned by General Tannenberg's best friend, who was known as General Beigenheim. Or should I say Colonel Beigenheim? I keep getting the two mixed up. Right, so what they did is they both attacked in quite heavy numbers, took them by surprise. And the Greens, they attacked first, pretty much, and they got absolutely annihilated. Right, yeah, but the Reds attacked at the same time, kind of. They had mortar support, they had a lot of troops, very advanced troops, but the terrain wasn't really to their expectations. You know, it was very hard for pathing and stuff. So the Greens got killed, and then the Reds kind of took out the remainder of the other soldiers in the refinery. But then, as the Reds were they managed to take out the colonel, and they managed to capture him, and just as they was leaving with him, I think we had like one survivor, a guy called Dmitry Ivanov. Yet the Tans actually brought in their reinforcements from their base nearby, and they killed their own colonel. Yeah, but we did manage to get our guy away to sneak back behind our own lines. So, you know, there's a big shout out to Dmitry Ivanov right there. You know, a hero. So let's get a picture of him right here. So there we go, there's Dmitry. So, like I say, they managed to take back the refinery, even though it was quite destroyed. So that's what happened in the previous video. So, but what we're going to be focusing on today is, we're going to be focusing on the evacuation of Toy Kirk, also known as a bit of a Dunkirk ripoff right there. But yeah, what they're going to be doing is, the Blues have asked the Supreme Leader Tannenberg, as they're like their puppet state, if they can pull their troops out of this position, because there's just too many Reds and Greens pushing on the Blues and Tan position on this sort of beachhead. And do remember the Greens have like a green camp right here. So, you know, they have got some defences, but how long could they hold off for? Because they've got the whole army coming down on them. And like I say, so they're kind of, you know, they've got a lot of revenge in them because of what Tannenberg has just done. He's just executed like a thousand friggin' Reds and 1,000 Greens, you know, for no reason, as revenge for his best friend Beigenheim. So the Blues have been given permission to actually bring their boats from here over to here, which it will take some time, and try and get as many troops off this beach as they can. So there's going to be a bit of an evacuation today. So without further ado, I think we're just going to jump straight into the battlefield. So I will see you on the battlefield. Right guys, so welcome to the battlefield. This right here is Green Camp from what you saw before. So we have used this map in a previous episode, but this is going to be a completely different battle. So what it is the Greens and the Reds are going to be combining forces and approaching from this direction in heavy numbers. We're not going to have many tanks, but they are going to be bringing a lot of like field artillery and stuff like that. So what the defending forces are going to be the Blues and the Tans. So the Blues and the Tans, they've been pushed way back due to the advancing Reds and Greens. Kind of like a counter-offensive and a bit of a revenge offensive for all those executions that Tannenberg's just been doing because of the loss of his friend Beigenheim. So the Tans and the Blues, they're kind of desperate at the minute. They've been pushed way back to this beachhead right here, from what you saw in the previous video. And they're going to be awaiting their own boats, the blue boats, to come and pick them up. So it's going to be a bit of a survival mission, a bit of an evacuation. So I think we're just going to go ahead and press start, and the battle's going to kick straight off. So here goes nothing. So here come the Greens, approaching in heavy numbers. Oh, we've got a Jeep over there, look. Always been a bit brave. Oh, look at that. The Tans do have a Nuremberg and a few light tanks going around the place. Some BTRs. The Nuremberg is going to be very effective in this sort of long grass. The Greens are moving up, and they're using this sort of shingle as a defence, and it seems to be working rather well. So something the Tans do have to their advantage in this episode will be air support. So do you guys want to see some air support? Which means they must have a close range airfield established nearby, which we're going to have to try and find and see who's in command. Who knows, you might even know the whereabouts of the Queen. So let's deploy some, let's call in an airstrike right there. Oh, and the blue ships will arrive in 11 minutes. So we've got to hold off the Reds and the Greens for 11 minutes. So here comes the plane. He's dropped 2 bombs. Very effective. Air support is very effective. So yeah, I've had quite a lot of requests for the Tans to be using a lot more of their air support, because they do have an airfield, and they're going to have 2 airfields now. So let's have a look over here. The Reds and the Greens are pushing up quite far onto this sort of shingle. But the combination of the BEF, the Blue Expeditionary Force, and the Tan Imperialists they're being very defensive. So let's have a look at the other flanks. The left flank looks very secure. We have a lot of Tans in a light tank over here. I keep calling them light tanks, but they are actually like it's like a half-track sort of thing. I'll have to find out the actual name of it. There we go, we've got some of the Reds retreating. And here comes the next wave. We've got some more Jeeps moving up. I think 2 more Jeeps, and we've got a truck arriving over here with more Greens. Heavy numbers. Again, these Jeeps are moving right up. They're really trying to get a foothold up here. So on the beachhead itself, we do have a few officers and this this heavy sort of machine gun thing right here, this anti-aircraft gun. Whoa! And he's just tearing apart these green trucks. So we do have a lot of Tans and Blues on standby, just waiting for the Greens to get through. So we'll have a look at the fighting over here. Good exchange of fire right there. Something about these soldiers, I'm in love with them. I love the hats. Very World War I like. So as you all know, these Tans and Blues, they've been ordered by Tannenberg to retreat, because they need them home. You know, they can't just send them to the death like this. And it's more on the Blues side than anything. Tannenberg doesn't really care much for his men, because he can just produce more men, but the Blues love their troops. So that's why the Blues are sending help. Under Tannenberg's authority, of course. They need Tannenberg to approve every order they do, because they're kind of like a puppet state at the moment, while Tannenberg's keeping their queen hostage. A lot of casualties over here. Just pan over the field a tiny bit. So as you can see, I'm not really taking much control in this one. I'm going to let the AI pretty much play all of it. Apart from at the end, when we try and evacuate them. So I think I might have to do a bit of manual control. If we do last that long, that is. Because I have no idea how these battles are going to end. Because they're completely randomised, and whatever happens in this battle will affect the next episode. That's why this series is so long, you see. Noble Werfer. Look at that, beautiful. Also, some of the Greens right there are coming up in prone formation. Using the prone stance, shall I say. So they seem to have taken the front line at the moment. Oh no, they haven't. There's still a few Blues holding this shingle right here. Doing rather well. Okay, we're going to call in another airstrike. We do only have 10 airstrikes, you see. So we're going to have to use them wisely. But we have got another 9 of them left. Let's deploy one right here. So this is the Tans ordering their airstrikes. There it comes. Oh, beautiful. No, that's just what the Tans really needed. I see the Tans and the Blues. Again, they've got a really good foothold on this beachhead right here. Just waiting for the next wave of Reds and Greens. Got a lot of Tans over here as well, in reserve. A hell of a lot of them. They're doing quite well, to be honest. Oh, I can hear more reinforcements. Oh, we've got a heavy jeep coming up over here. I wonder if that's the officers or something. Field officers. Moving in with the Reds. Letting the troops out. The Reds advancing with heavy numbers right here. We've got rifles, PPSHs, and some heavy machine guns, I believe, as well. Noble Werfer taking action again. Just to keep it realistic, I'm going to move one of the troops up, see if we can get a sight on the shingle, just so we can call in more airstrikes, you see. Oh, they're advancing on the left flank as well. Just going to turn off these silhouettes. Yeah, let's try and get a blue troop just to try and overlook the shingle. There we go, look. Have a little peek. Yeah. Retreat. Let's call in another airstrike down there. So we're going to give them those coordinates right there, look. Let's await this next airstrike. Look at that. There comes the plane. Oh, look at that. That was wicked. So they're doing rather well on this on the centre right here. Really trying to secure this shingle. Taking a lot of casualties. Let's look at the rainbow colours right here. You've got a mix of every faction in this battle. And I will be creating a new faction soon, so I'll be introducing the Greys very soon. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button if you want to get like notifications and stuff. Mind you, you have to turn the notifications on as well. It's like a little bell that you have to click. Let's just have a look at the time, see how long we've got. Only 4.5 minutes. Oh, got some Greens opening fire with his BAR right there. Look. I mean, is that classed as a rifle? I think it is. It's an automatic rifle, isn't it? It's kind of a machine gun at the same time, though. No idea what he's shooting at. There's the troops behind this jeep right here. Nope, he must think they're alive or something. The Nebelwerfer is still in action, so that's pretty cool. We do have a blue medium tank over here. Oh god, losing my weight. So that's going to be quite effective. The only thing that can really take that out would be the bazookas. Or a nice well-placed grenade on its tracks. Got some artillery right here. Should we just use the green artillery? Unless it's damaged. There we go, look. Just get them on there. Because they need all the firepower they can really get. Because these are really dug in on this old green base right here. Oh god, look at that. So they're still really holding their own on this left flank. Dealing devastating damage to these trucks. You'd think the Greens would have learnt by now, wouldn't you? Don't send trucks into a anti-aircraft gun. Just doesn't go well. Nebelwerfer still pounding the green and red lines. We might just be able to get most of these troops off this beach. You see, there's no way we could hold them off. We couldn't even bring reinforcements in. It's just impossible. There's too many greens and reds on the way, from what you saw on the battle map. I mean, the greens and reds, they're really angry now. They've just lost a lot of prisoners to the in revenge for the loss of General Beigenheim, which just happened to be Tannenberg's best friend. Well, one of his best friends. He does have other generals that he gets along with. That Nebelwerfer is just insane. Look at that. The Tans are really holding their own. Should we try and move some troops up? We'll use some of these guys over here and try and retake that shingle. Just until the boats arrive. I don't know if I'm sending these to their death. In fact, we'll move them just to this line here. We've got another wave of troops coming in. Again, charging a jeep in again. We really want this flank right here. Instantly destroyed though from that. I'm gonna have to find out the name of these guns because I'm a bit salty. Is that the word? Yeah, I'm a bit salty when it comes to like naming all these sort of vehicles and stuff. Not very good at my World War II stuff, you see. So again, we've got a lot of infantry moving up. I think should we use another airstrike? Let's use another airstrike and we'll try and place it in a good position. So where do you guys think? I think should we centralise it just there? See how that works. Calling in an airstrike. Airstrike inbound. Oh, look at that. That was insane. Again, we're doing really well, actually. Really well, the Tans are. It's rare that I actually play from the Tans perspective, you see. So, I think the boats will be arriving very shortly. How shortly, though? It's all a lot. 41 seconds and the boats will be arriving. And it's our job then to get as many men onto the boats and get them out of here before the Greens advance more soldiers. Because we can only hold them for so long. As you can see, the Greens and the Reds, they are pushing us back, like, quite a lot. So, even though our airstrikes are keeping them back quite well. So, that's something we're going to have to look into, I think. We're going to have to try and get some green aeroplanes or something over the, over blue and tan territory and try and locate this other airfield that they have. Because as you can see, these aeroplanes are very, very devastating. Very effective. Oh, here we go again. There are another wave of troops moving up. Yes, another truck unloading his troops. That's smart, unload the troops there whilst they go, oh, here are the boats. So, let's get some troops on the boats, slowly but surely. Try and hold them off at the same time. So you guys can go first. Oh god. Look at that. Try and look at the action as well. Yeah, they're making a super advance this time. I'll try and use my airstrikes wisely as I'm covering my troops to get them off the to get them off this beach. Oh, it doesn't matter. Get on. Move it up. There we go. Get in the boat. In the boat. Needs to move forward just a tad more, I think. There we go. In the boat. Everybody in. This is an evacuation at its finest. There's still room for more. Women and children first. I don't know why I said women and children. There is no women and children in the plastic world, is there really? Just soldiers. Let's get out of here. Oh god. Am I getting shot at by my own Nobelwerfer? Let's try and get these troops out of here. Save some lives. Like I say, it's a noble thing of the Blues, this is. They like to save their troops, save lives. Whereas the Tans, they just like to charge. Same with the Greens, really. They just like to charge men at each other. Commander Green and Tannenberg have quite a lot in common, to be honest. So you can see the fighting going on in the background. We might have to leave some troops behind to try and hold them off. I'll have to look for some willing volunteers. So what I'm going to do here, I think, is as soon as I get to the edge of the map, I'll just delete the boat. There we go. These guys get to go home and see their toy families. Sorted. So let's try and get some more off the beach. Who else do we have? A lot of Greens moving up still. Just a matter of time. They're just going to keep sending wave after wave. And I don't know how much longer we'll have. So let's get you guys down here. Onto that boat. God, I'm losing my voice. Get you guys in there as well. Get some cover from these blue DSHKs right here. On the left flank. Oh, they're moving up some artillery. It's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. So like I say, we're going to just bring this boat forward a tad. This ICVP. Or is it NLCVP? I'm not sure. Just get them in there. I'll try and get these out. A good mix of blue and tan. Is there any more? We need some more dudes. Come on, get as many in there as we can. Let's save as many lives as possible in this one. Finally an episode where lives matter. Plastic lives matter. Oh, God. Don't pull off without us. Go. Get in there. Things are starting to get a tiny bit more quiet now. Doing rather well. I think what we'll do is, as we leave, I think we're going to call in some airstrikes and try and finish off whatever left of the Greens. It's the Greens' fault, really. They needed to bring some AA with them, I do believe. So this evacuation is proving to be quite the success, even though it's just a handful of troops. Yeah, these guys can live to tell the tale. They can document it in their archives of the great evacuation of Toy Kirk. There we go. We hit the edge. We can delete him now. Another successful thing. There we go. Get you up. Who do we have left? Oh, we've got more. Oh crap. Okay. That's the noble. Yep, the noble wife is down. We do have a cannon that's still intact. What are you doing? They seem to be pushing the right flank quite a lot. There we go. Beautiful. So, same with you guys. Come on, get in this boat. We need all the men we can get for this, for these other offensives that we're going to be doing. This war, this violent plastic war. Oh, the artillery is proving to be quite effective. I have got to drop a bomb on them. I'm sorry, I've just got to do it. So that leaves us with 5. We've still got quite a lot of airstrikes, really. So let's check this out. Get close up. Oh god. Oh god. That was very, very ineffective. That just shows how cool terrain works. You know, it's lucky buggers. Right. We do have some guys on a boat here. Let's get these guys out of here. There is a couple of more seats in there, but we do have some more boats left. Yeah, we have 2 more boats left. No, 4 more boats left. So we might just be able to get all of our troops out of here. Like I say, I think we will leave some behind. Preferably some Tans, wink wink. You know, because these are blue boats, you know. Prioritise their own people. There we go, they got to the edge, we can delete those. There we are. Beautiful. So what do we have left? Right, volunteers. We've got the tanks. Let's move them up. Let's push them back. Let's do this. Advance. You guys get to the beach. I'll wait for the next pickup. Is there any more? Yeah, everyone to the beach. We're going to use the tanks and the airstrikes now. Try and hold them off. Every Tan for himself. Yeah, we've got another... Oh no. Oh, they've stopped with the waves of infantry. Oh no, because they've got most of the men on standby. And they've halt. Gives us a good chance though to get some more Tans and Blues off the beach. So you guys get over here, get this boat over here. Quite the epic battle so far, I've enjoyed this one. Oh, he's trapped. Uh oh, we're trapped on a jeep or something. Right, you guys are going to have to come over here. Get on that boat. The great evacuation. Other than that, should we do, let's highlight how many casualties have happened so far. Let's have a look. Would you look at that? So I believe the yellows are Tans and the reds are greens. So let's do that again, just so we can have a look. Wow, that's insane. They actually held their own pretty well. It just shows how effective a defensive position can be, such as a shingle or, you know, these brick sort of sandbags and, you know, just the elevated terrain. It just works really well. Let's go back into thingy mode. I think we can call in some more airstrikes as these guys are getting on the boat. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Oh, they just got caught in the propeller or something. Oh, there's nothing we can do here. Alright guys, I'm so sorry. Get back out there, come on. I can't evacuate you, this boat's stuck, look. It won't move. And those boats over there are stuck. So I think we're going to use the rest of them for a counter-offensive. Either that you got a choice, you can surrender and go for a counter-offensive. Let's do one last charge with these tanks to lead the assault. We'll have some aeroplanes as well called in. We've got 5 more, so let's just call the lot in. We'll have one there. We'll have another there. We'll have another there. Another there. Another there. Let's do this. Oh, there's another one. Oh, are they retreating? They're retreating. Oh, where did my other planes go? Oh, 2 of the other planes didn't come in, unless they got shot down or something. But yeah, I guess we can call that a successful evacuation, guys. Let's tell me what you think. We do have some Tans left and some Blues left, but I've got another wave of enemies coming in. So let's just see how long we can last with what's left before we end this video. I'm interested. But we can call that quite the successful evacuation of some of the troops. Got a lot of our officers off. Oh, apart from these guys. Banzai! Oh look, we've actually retaken the shingle. Behind those bricks. Get behind those bricks. No, behind those bricks. Oh god, heavy fire. Yeah, they're getting done. They're done for. So we've got a heavy tank there, but we do have some bazookas moving up, I believe. Yeah, we've got a weird sort of gun here. Look, that's green and red combined. Bit of a mix of the plastics, which is pretty cool. A good symbol for their alliance at the moment. Oh, that's kind of in the way of that gun. Not too much though. Well, let's just go crazy with this thing and take out as many of these guys as we can. Dun 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 dun. Sorry, just got the A-team stuck in my head. Say hello to my little friend. What a heroic last stand. These tanks left behind. You can do this. We're all out of air support. Oh, taking friendly fire. Kill the officer. Get the officer. How did I miss? Got him. Beautiful. Right, let's try and get this guy into a good position so we can just take them out. Beautiful. I don't think there's any. Is there any green? Don't believe there's any more green there. I think let's just try and get a green bazooka to come in. Work on it. There we go. Oh, here we go. Not seen any bazookas though. I think the greens and the reds, they're really going to have to try and discover the AT grenade. Quite the effective battle though. Darcy battle. Quite the effective BTR. Or half-track, whatever you want to call it. Don't hate me. But yeah, I think we can call it a day on that, I think. So what it is the reds and the greens will just keep coming and coming and coming and coming because they have a lot of divisions on the way. And I don't think we could sit here all day and just see how long we could hold off with just this one anti-aircraft gun. Because he's not going to last too long. He'll be killed eventually. So I think we're going to call it a day there. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Do hit that like and subscribe button if you want to stick around and watch more videos. And do check out my Patreon if you want to have exclusive rewards and early access to maps and mods and stuff. So, you know, that'll be in the description. And I will see you all in the next one.